However safely I might have been brought up in England, my background is of Jewish travelers trying to escape. I imagine Jacob and Bela almost pushing Isidore out to avoid the conscription, which I've learned could last years, and rob the young men of their religious identity, if they survived at all. An horrific thought.
Ruth has been searching for further records of David's family in Kretinga. Because Suchedowicz is a Germanized name, she's tried to work out what their original name might have been in Russia.
Listen, I found something. I started to think what will happen if we bring the name back to Jewish.
Yes.
Yes, and that's brought me an idea. Did you ever heard the name Suchet?
No, never before.
Suchet is a butcher, a Jewish butcher.
A Jewish butcher?
Yes, and in Hebrew, write it in this way. You never write words in Hebrew. Suchet.
And I can see now how easy it would have been to make it Suchet.
Yes, and then you have a suffix witz.
And what's vich?
Vich or witz, it means son of. It means son of a butcher.
Son of a butcher?
Yes. And then I started to beg, to seek again in the computer, in the online, the Suchet.
Yes.
And I found a Jacob and a Bela Suchet.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, I don't believe this.
That's a Suchet.
Yes.
And that's a Yankel. You know, in Yankel in Yiddish is Jacob. And then you have a wife,
Bela.
They are listed in 66 in Trishke.
Trishke? What sort of place would Trishke be?
Oh, I can show it on today's map where Trishke is.
Does it still exist?
Yes, it existed. It's nearly 80 kilometers from here. We are now here in
Kretinga.
And there is Trishke.
David has learned the original Jewish form of his family name, Suchet, and in doing so has been able to reveal the names of his great-grandparents, Jacob and Bela. With this discovery, David sets off to find Trishki, his family's hometown.
Names have always been important to me because it's the very first thing that you're given, if you like, at birth. That is your initial identity. And therefore, for me, I've always had a question about my name. I never had pure knowledge of the family name. Now with Suchet, I know that it would be the equivalent in England of Mr. Butcher.
Trishki is a small market town in the middle of the Lithuanian countryside. At the time David's great-grandparents Jacob and Bela lived here, the town was deep inside the Pale of Settlement, and a large percentage of the population was Jewish. Today, after nearly 2 centuries of persecution, there are no Jews left in Trishki.
Wish I could read Hebrew.
All that remains of the community that once thrived here is the vast Jewish cemetery on the edge of town.
If there are any Shuchets here, or died here, and they were buried here, then presumably this is where they lie. It's the end of my journey. But from here was the beginning of my family's journey. For such a small town, this is a huge cemetery.
Ruth has uncovered one last document relating to David's great-grandfather Jacob.
Hello! Hello! What have you found?
Here, it's a death certificate from Jacob.
His death certificate?
Yes.
How extraordinary. Read me through it. What does it say?
It's a Meme, the 23rd December 1895. Jacob Suchet, 60 years old.
Yes.
Jewish religion, living in Memel, Baderstraße 89.
Yes.
Born in Suchet in Turkey.
Born where?
In Suchet in Turkey.
He was born in Turkey.
It's written here.
So my great-grandfather was born...
In Suchet. There isn't any such town, but...
There's no such town?
No. I think he went with his sons to the Turkish consulate and asked for
a passport.
And they gave him.
Yes. Why would they need a pass?
They need a pass to stay in Germany, to have a permit, a stay permit.
So where was he born?
I think he was born here somewhere.
Yeah.
Ruth believes Jacob's death certificate solves the riddle of how David's ancestors escaped Russia and settled in Prussia, and why his great-uncle Joseph was a naturalized Turk. Whilst still here in the Pale, Jacob somehow acquired Turkish naturalization for his family. Only by hiding their Jewishness behind this new Turkish identity were the Suchets, including David's grandfather Isidore, able to cross the border and escape a life of persecution in the Pale.
So in a sense, Jacob, or Jacob, my great-grandfather, you could say he was responsible for saving my whole family.
Yes. He did all for the family.
Good man. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What a story. Yeah. Amazing story. It's been an extraordinary journey for me. I have a great sense of Jacob and Bela not wanting to stay still within their small picture frame, but of always looking beyond, always wanting to broaden their horizons and to seek new lives, to get away from their sense of oppression and Jewish persecution, to get away and to start a new life. And they had that. They had that free spirit. And that's thrilling to me.
Strictly Come Dancing officially starts this Saturday. One of its contestants, Jodie Kidd, traces her family roots. Who do you think you are? Next Wednesday at 9. Later tonight, Joe's search for a new job takes an unexpected turn. Medium at 10:45 here on BBC One.